Good morning. I got another request fight here today. So now, Cow had one of his ACs that he made called the Grasshopper. Basically, it is a, shall we say, very aggressive bazooka arm rail cannon kind of thing. It is surprisingly good in this, actually. It's pretty amazing how good the AI can do rail cannon jumps. So quads are pretty fantastic for the rail cannon. Basically, they just land, start firing the thing, jump right above something, and just nail it right in the face. So it's pretty dang great. Not so great is how the AI manages its energy, so I actually added a piece on there, gave it the energy extensions to give it a little bit more lasting power. And now, I was thinking that this thing needed to fight some sort of quad. I couldn't remember very many high ranker quads and all that. Aside from Matthias, who I actually need to redo, because he's a little bit wonky, shall we say. However, I figured, you know what? I've seen those arms before. I stuck it on the Forretress. Actually, TBM did a video on him a little while ago. But during his whole Pokemon to a Mech series there. But yeah, figured these two are a pretty good match for each other. See how this turns out. So, yeah, the Grasshopper is a very hoppy build. It does a lot of attacking from the air. It also uses the broadsider arms. Generally, these are the 4 to 8 spread bazooka arms that can just, like, rip off half the AP in a single round. The Forretress is set up intentionally to overheat. It's set up with EOs, those same arms, and mines, as well as some missiles on the back. Oh. Okay, that's definitely different than it went in testing. Alright, so round 1 of the Forretress. Let's try this again. Yeah, personally, between the two, I think the Grasshopper's a lot more refined. But right off the bat, it seems like the Selena's overheat it very easily. But when it gets its bazooka hits off, it definitely has a bigger chance to win. Holy crap, that is... Why is it suddenly amazing? Alright, I'm gonna give it one more round on this map, and then they are gonna go to fight at the crest base, although it's not the crest base anymore. Because this was a much fairer fight at that particular map. I think it's just because he instantly gets a couple of Selena shots off. Because, man, this guy's burning right off the bat. And I hadn't even seen him break out the rail cannon. Oh, nice. And I love those broadsider arms. I mean, they don't always do a lot, because they, you gotta really get in there to hit with them. But when they hit, holy crap. There we go, now he's got the rail cannon going. Okay, so that was pretty one-sided. Gonna go ahead and switch maps. Finally saving these properly so I can go back and edit them. Also, I'm gonna have to have something fight the Steel Bear later. It's not even a very good parry build, but it's amusing. Also, the Auld Lang Syne needs more stuff to fight. Now, let's go... Where are you? Base. Here's base. We fight in base. And I'm going to save it just in case it loads the wrong thing in. Hopefully it won't. Hello, Grasshopper. Yeah, now that it's not overheating right off the bat, and let's face it, that didn't go well, but it's a bit more fair now. They both tend to go through their broadsiders pretty quick. just typically call him that because, well, he just basically completely broadside something. Just love watching that. Oh, man. Come on, you can do it. See, now that it's actually utilizing that properly, it's doing a lot better, and I think this map just tends to show off a lot of AIs a lot better, just because they're not immediately getting that first shot off. Because then typically it's just whoever, you know, gets the first draw off, which will always be the EO, because they always fire instantly. And in this case, he's got the Selenas, which are just going to rip everything apart. And this is one thing I mentioned in the last bit too, where they really get stuck on using that last bit of energy. So this is a little quirk of the AI that's kind of annoying, and it's probably going to end up giving the Forretress the win here. It's definitely set up for a quick recovery though. Let's give that another go. So currently 1 to Grasshopper, or 1 to Forretress. And like I mentioned before, if there's a particular map that is very clearly siding one side or the other, I'm going to throw out the results from that one and move on to another one. Just because, well, there's supposed to be a fair fight. And it seems like this is almost never going to be any of those arena maps. Unless it's the whole Ace versus Mobius thing. That resulted... Oh man, this is... Okay. This one's almost certainly going Grasshopper. Nice. Alright, let's give that another go. The 1-1. Probably gonna end up making 5 rounds here. Let's see how close this is. Watch the Forretress this time. Oh man, he had a perfect opportunity for like a point-blank broadsider there. Oh boy, yeah, that was pretty point blank right there. He got a good little bit off Grasshopper. Selenas are doing pretty good work here, but I think this one's going to Grasshopper. Also, wow, there's apparently too many effects going on at the same time. Okay. So 2 for Grasshopper, 1 for Forretress. This feels like it needs a zoomed out camera. If I can get it to work right. There we go. Oh, buddy. And Grasshopper's about to eat it. Thanks, camera. This is a good angle. Alright, he's bringing it back a little bit. He's broken out that railgun. I really love how balanced this thing is, actually. Got a good bit of long range, short range, everything. Actually manages to have weapon arms and not have an ammo issue. Come on, Forretress, one more shot in. That's all you gotta get. Alright. Give it another one for good measure. But I'm gonna say this one's going to Forretress. Or to Forretress, no, it's going to Grasshopper. See if he can bring it back, just to make it a little more even. But he already got his 3 wins. So mainly, it's really that that whole AI loves to drain its energy thing that caused me to put the energy extensions on this guy, because it would just constantly run into charging issues right off the bat and just die. So it was way too frail to keep going. So definitely needed the extensions. All right. Yeah, I think Forretress is winning this one. Main thing with Forretress, he doesn't seem to like using his missiles very much, and the Grasshopper's a little evasive to be hit by those anyway. Actually, no, this one's going to Grasshopper too. Plus, also, his EOs take a while to recharge. It just in general is more of a burst build. Either a burst or outlast build. But alright, so Grasshopper wins it then.